So, good morning, everyone. So, before we are going to get deep dive into like a very intense session that's going to happen for the rest of the day, why not we can just have some fun, shall we? So, let me introduce myself. So my name is Rafi. I'm working as a full stack software engineer at Agoda, and at the free time, I also do community events with my friends called Builders Garden, which we just held a large JavaScript conference a month ago. But we usually have so many events running all year round. So if you just happen to be in Thailand, hit me up and we can just get some food together. So, when I'm giving a TED talk in Thailand, either like it's a public or a private event, I usually talk deep into technical level, maybe about render hydration, web performance, or even accessibility. Even on my 9 to 5 jobs, it's inevitable to like working on on the web in a very intense manner. So isn't like our job is supposed to be fun. So let's just break the cycle to see on like what we can do in the web to get the job done. So please did you guys know this website? Anyone? Can anyone guess? Alright, let me show. Okay, let me show you. So this site is called useLab. Basically, it's a JavaScript that tracks your mouse position on the horizontal on the x-axis. And as if I move my mouse along, it share a picture, share a video into the correct position. And you can do it effectively anytime. So this is stupid, yes, but this is fun. Yeah. Yeah, so you can find like plenty of interesting useless website in here called the uselessweb.com. So I'm really recommend you to looking into it in the future. Okay, so when I'm working on so many of my like, personal projects, I have to do some stuff like this. So let's find some interesting use case, shall we? So does anyone in the room use Arc browser? Yes, 1, 2, 3, yes, 4. Oh, smart. Okay. So did you know that in Arc browser, when you on your theme, when you customize your theme, is a CSS variables. Yeah, it's exposed is everywhere. Every time you go to any site, so you can personalize your web with specifically in for Arc browser. So I have unfortunately the computer that I bring with here today is a company laptop, so it's currently using Arc browser. But then why I already pre-record the demo before I'm here in Japan. So as you can see in the video, I just I only this the web demo itself. I will put it in I will put it in the end. You guys can get it and try by yourself. But as I talked before, I also use CSS variable to control their theme. All we have to do is to consume this variable to work in our app. So yeah, as a result, as you can see on the box in the background, you can see a text color changing with my related with my team, which is also fun. But the real fun happens when we like also change all the theme color and so on. So this is just a use case of normal CSS. All we have to all that I do is just consume CSS variable. So let's get to play some of the web API that we can play with. Okay. So first of all, did you know that the web API itself, you can also read the battery status? So yeah, whoever going to use that anyway? No one, right? Yeah, yeah, I know. But that's the cool thing. So backend is also ready to use as well. So you can just get your battery status by using the navigator.get battery. So then you can just listen to any change, like when your percentage has gone down. Now we can do something with that. let me show you some web demo. So what I did here is just a hook of the battery status. So I just get information from them, set the initial value, and then listen to any change over time. So as a result, where is the but this does it right? Yeah. So on this website, what I did is I use the battery level as a opacity. So as my battery, so this entire content of the website is going to fade away as my battery dies. Yeah, but you can do something more cool than that. So you can you can see that I also have a status call is not charging. So I have my small pool bank here. I hope that it can charge my laptop. So as I charge, it's going to say the status of charging has been changed. See? Now you can also check the status that is charging as well. So all of that is just a few line of code. Yeah, of course, it does not work. It does not work everywhere, but especially for Safari browser due to their privacy and stuff. But is it useful? Yeah, it is. If you are having a website where it has like very intensive JavaScript work, you can also indicate or to the user as well that as their battery is running out. Or when their battery running low, you can just disable some animation automatically. The next is another API is called WebMidi API. So what I have in my hand here is the sync engine from Teenage Engineering called OPC. So I can create some sound with it. Yeah. What cool with this is I can also enable the MIDI the wireless MIDI feature, so I can interact with the web directly. So the API is the API itself. You just need to call to get request for MIDI access. Then list all of them, use and then consume each device to listen for any events. So in this case, I just listen for the events when the node has been turned on or turned off, and then I render and then I consume it and render on to the web. So as I scan my device, you can see I already connected the device beforehand. So when I hit any keynote, so you can see that the node itself is triggered, and on the blue line below, you can also count on how many keys that I press as well. But when I playing some sample song here, so you can also like trigger some stuff. Maybe you can like when each node is triggered, you change the color and so on. Yeah, it's fun. This is fun. And the next API is also web Bluetooth API. With this API, you can interact with the Bluetooth device or BLE device directly. The BLE device is the Bluetooth Low Energy, so you can communicate and talking with it without need to connect it to it directly. So I have interesting use case here as well. So this is my regular jeans jacket, but it's actually a jacket that made by Google. So what I have here is on my left sleeve, there are some tiny device at the end of my hand. What I can do with it is when I swipe, it can recognize my gesture and send Bluetooth signal to any device. Yeah, but unfortunately, before I travel here, my dongle just died unexpectedly. I cannot get my battery to charge, but I also have a video pre-recorded here. So what I do here is I inject the script into the Tetris website, and what I can do with it is I can play Tetris with just a hand gesture. Yeah, and another use case that is a possibility as well on the right hand side, I have a custom PCB that connect with a Bluetooth device. I can send signal to insert the coin into my second-hand arcade machine. Yeah, it's fun. And we also encourage to like try to maybe not in the terms of hack to order to make something bad, but we hack the device to make something cool. So in our couple days ago, before I'm arriving here, we just finished organizing on another competition called Browser Automation Challenge to solve any problem by using any automation tools. But basically, we also do a live streaming to send an image from the site to any online participant who cannot be able to join here. We are using this tiny camera here called Insta360 link. But the problem with this device is the built-in AI tracking feature is very bad, and also the control itself is not smooth. So in this case that I will show you, I solved these two problems by using two experimental features. One is called shape detection API and another called game type API. So usually when you want to control the camera, you have a built-in application like this, and what you have to do is you have to scroll it by dragging using a mouse. But the problem is if you want to go from one side to another, you have to drag so many times, so the motion itself is not smooth. So what we did here is this. So what we did here, we have a control. We listen for a controller chain. So as I move my controller, I forgot to connect the device. Oh no! Shoot. Okay, is it working? No. Okay, now it's working. So as I move my controller around, my camera also affect with the chain. Also, I can also use like my left and right trigger to do a zoom in and zoom out as well in the one continuous smooth motion. So this is much better than moving by a mouse, but can we do better than that? Yeah, the second problem is about the built-in AI tracking. It's very bad, but in the Chrome itself, it has a very experimental feature called shape detection API. This feature is so experimental that you have to enable flag. You have to enable dangerous flag in the Chrome by itself. But what you can do with this is, if I turn the camera back to me, and if when I enable it, the shape object recognition can recognize a face. Not only a face, you can recognize multiple faces at a time. And what I do here is like when I'm moving along, so I command it to pan left and right to track the speaker and keep them in center. So this is one of the very useful feature that we try to make it work, and yeah, it works. So this is just some. These are just some of them. There are so many there are so many unusual web APIs that still out there. Usually, when I say I'm going to say like we use the platform, but now I will say we abuse the platform instead. So yeah, just getting when you do something cool, you also open source your project as well. Getting inspired and get someone else inspired as well. So maybe when someone goes into your stuff, you can say maybe you will give smile to everyone else. Yeah, and also yeah, just keep working when you are working on a job. Just make sure that like we are creative. We are also creative individuals. And when we are working together, be sure that our jobs is like supposed to also be to have fun as well. So yeah, with this, so yeah, thank you for listening.